I actually printed this off earlier because I was thinking, you and me, we need to improve our working relationship. And actually, this is actually a list of different things to improve your relationship. So maybe we could, implement some of these tips into our working relationship. The first one is actually tell the other person that you love them. The second one.
I can't actually pronounce that word.
The second one is give or get a hug. The third one is make the other person feel important and respected, Jay. The next, I won't read them all off, we'll save some for future shows. The next one is kiss. Fifth is have fun together. Sixth is tell the other person you care. 7 is hold hands. Okay. 8th is go for a long bike ride. Maybe we can do that on the way to work.
I know a nice cliff
next
you could
week.
Go for a bike ride on.
Really?
Or off.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll show you the
Are you going to join me?
Well, I'd be behind, certainly, but, you know, you're in control, so I'd like you to lead the way.
Okay. Yeah, we'll talk about that later.
There's also one on here. It says, use eye contact to share a private thought. What am I thinking?
I'm not sure.
On your head,
Really
trying to make your head explode.
Trying to make my head explode. Okay, okay. So I've just heard, we do have Myndflame on the line. Myndflame, how are you doing? Welcome to Wow Wednesdays.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm doing great.
Fantastic. I just noticed you were putting on a voice there, hopefully. We did speak earlier. Hey, do you do some of the voice acting in your movies?
Yes, I do. I do a lot of the voices. You want to do it, my guild? I don't really get the whole beard thing. I tried to grow a beard, but I ended up taking off my pants too much.
He is like one of my favorite characters ever, that little gnome. Seriously.
That's Dirty G, and then, of course, do Little Puff and the voice of Puff. Usually when I can't get somebody else to do the voice or they wait around too long to give me the lines, I just do it myself.
Okay, we brought you on the show, obviously Myndflame, but just for our audience that don't know who you are, could you give us a little bit of an introduction of, you know, who you are, where you've come from, and why you're on the show today and all your awesomeness?
All right, well, I'm from the cornfields and cow pastures of Indiana, and I started playing World of Warcraft in 2004. I think just about everybody I know played World of Warcraft, and my brother was an aspiring filmmaker, I was a musician, so at one point or another we decided that we would make a movie together, which turned out to be Zenrat the movie. That movie won the 2005 BlizzCon movie contest, which was the first movie contest that Blizzard ever held, and from then on out we thought, hey, that's a pretty good idea, let's do it again, and we made Illegal Danish Super Snacks, which went on to reach about 15 million people, and it's one of the most successful storyline Machinima's ever made.
Yeah.
And, then we made a bunch of shorts, Hunter Squirrel Bane, Slim Jim commercial. I should say commercial. It's the Slim Jim Machinima. I gotta get on the legal term.
Yeah, totally.
But principally, we make videos using World of Warcraft. We have made some using other video game engines, but usually World of Warcraft.
Right. And what are some of the challenges that you face as a Machinima producer? And you know, what is your favorite Machinima to date?
Well, that's hard to say. I would have to say my favorite would probably be maybe I really enjoyed the Grind Halloween special.
Yeah.
And as far as dramas go, Divided Soul by Martin Falk was incredible. Then there was a Ugly Goblin's Christmas by Johan Vagstedt. I don't know how to pronounce his last name, but he's contributed a lot of movies. He's working on Unbroken right now, which is a derivative of the actual book published by Blizzard called Unbroken, which should be pretty cool. And what was the other question?
The other question was, you know, what are some of the challenges you face? I mean, it must be a hell of a lot of work that goes into every Machinima you produce.
Yes, it is, and it's a high-risk industry because there's really no model that works around Machinima, and there's no way for us to just, for instance, publish the movies on a DVD, or we made a commercial for MTV, and then Blizzard said, sorry, you can't put it on MTV. We were going to do a show to put on a new HD network coming out, and that one we actually had permission to do, but we came across a certain problem, and that was that the guys that were producing the show, we would submit them the script, and they came back to us, and they said, we need you to change the cast. We think it needs a black guy and an Asian. And I was like, where do I find those races on the character creation screen? Because I'm looking at a 9-foot-tall, 700-pound furry guy with hooves.
That's what they were looking for, the token kind of to make it. That's really weird. That is that they would come back to you like that.
Yeah, it just shows you that the people that even want to get involved in it, they have really no clue what you're trying to do.
But Machinima is like massive. I mean, I wasn't really diverse into Machinima until I got into WoW. And certainly yourself, I mean, did you ever think that you would go down this route? Because even when I hear you reel off some of your favorite Machinimas, kind of, you obviously seem to be very engrossed into, and almost, it sounds almost like full-time into Machinima. Did you ever think that this was going to be you? And I mean, and when you picked the game World of Warcraft, I mean, is that helped? Like, having a game as big as World of Warcraft to make Machinima from?
Yeah, definitely. The fame of World of Warcraft by itself gives you such a giant audience base. I mean, there's a reason why people make movies based off of video games, and it sucks, usually. But every once in a while they pull it off, and they still make a lot of money. And there's no reason why we can't make movies first. They make the video game, and then we make a movie, or for instance, a game is coming out, and you start making movies to promote the game before it's even out on the shelves yet. And I think you're going to start to see a lot more of that that's going to, help promote it. But from a community standpoint, we didn't even know what Machinima was. We just thought we're going to make a movie, and we all play World of Warcraft, so let's use it. And from that point, when I realized that there were a lot more people that were doing it, I started contacting them and realized there were so many underexposed publishers out there. And that's kind of the reason why I created Myndflame.com and put, a lot of other publishers' movies up. And now we kind of have a, approach to where anybody can come to our website and put their Machinimas up. If they're good, we'll feature them.
All right, so Myndflame.com is where everyone can check out yours and the community's Machinima. I am curious because you said you got in touch with a lot of other people. What's your contact list look like in comparisons to Machinima? Have you got everybody famous on there from Machinima, like the whole of like Azerothian 6 and everyone else?
You mean as far as, what exactly do you mean? Could you specify a little?
Well, like, I mean, what kind of names have you got on your contact list from the Machinima community? I mean, like,
this is a good one. Pretty much anybody that's made a big movie, I have talked to them, potentially gotten drunk with them at some point. Brandon Dennis, Oxhorn, we talk a lot. He's a great guy. You meet him in person, he's just as fun as his movies are. Ian Beckman, who makes Azerothian supervillains. We hung out at BlizzCon 2007 and 2008. Mike Booth, who does Machinima based out of music. I can't think of the guy's name. Just search Mike Booth and you'll find him. Let's see. Of course, all the foreign guys like Johan, Martin Falk.
What about like AFK players and stuff?
Yeah, the AFK players even did a translation of Learn to Play to Mandarin for us. So
that is awesome.
In Mandarin, wow. Well, we love what you're doing, man, and you are the Machinima man. And we would love to start playing a Machinima on our show on maybe a weekly or fortnightly basis. Can we call you up again sometime?
Could you guys hold on for a second?
Sure.
Bessie, can't come now! Freaking cow trying to get in my door.
Yeah, man. Cow aggro's the worst.
Dude,
such a big...
when you live out in Indiana, you got to watch it.
Yeah.
Because if you leave your door open, everything comes in here. It's a nice day.
So you're able to do this full time then, Myndflame? I mean, is Machinima your career, pretty much, your job?
Yes. This is all I do now. Used to be an IT consultant, and I sent out a notification in 2006 that I was going to stop servicing all of my clients. And since then, I've only done, a few small jobs here and there for friends and family. But pretty much between the website and making our in-house movies and working with the community and attending things like the Stanford Play Machinima Law Conference, it's all I do now.
Wow. So are you living the dream, so to speak? I mean, no regrets so far?
The poor artist's dream.
Brilliant. I'll tell you what, we are going to play your new movie coming up, The Theory of a Death Knight, which we absolutely love.
Let's talk about it a bit.
Yeah.
Give us your insight on your new movie.
If you are an artist, every once in a while you just get this spontaneous idea and you think, should I or shouldn't I? And that was Theory of a Death Knight. I wanted to create kind of what a Death Knight would be like in real life, just trying to go through his day-to-day life. And I thought he's got to be like, super angry and try to make it as a musician. So I cut it together in a few days. I actually pitched it to some of the other guys in the machinima world, asking if they wanted to do it. I couldn't find anybody, so finally I went back to my brother.
Wait. So you came up with this idea that you thought was really good, offered to give it away to other people. No one accepted it, but then you went ahead and did it anyway.
Yeah. My brother DW, he gets a lot of props because he does all the editing. Anything visually, he does. He gets involved in the writing. He gets involved with, the project as a whole, and I just kind of manage, everything and do the voices and the sound work and music.
That's awesome.
And do you reckon you might ever need some English voices on any of your upcoming machinima?
I don't know. You guys have to send me some audition material, and you might have to join the guild.
We're really not expensive, actually. We'd pay you to outsource your work to us.
Just so you could be in the credits?
Yeah. Even if we were last under, like, whoever it was that was bringing you food and water to keep you alive while you were making them, we can go below that person.
Well, we accepted donations in 2006 one time, and we got so much flack from people that were like, "Oh, what are you doing, accepting donations?" that we got scared off. We're like, you know what? We're just not going to do it. We're not going to accept donations. But, as time moved on, we decided if people really want to give us money, then we appreciate it. But, I would rather give somebody something, and that's part of the reason why I push the music out there so much, just because I would rather people buy the music and feel like they're getting something than to just, send us random 10 or 20 bucks.
So, of course, all your music can be found on iTunes for anyone out there who wants to go and download some of Myndflame's awesome stuff. And should we go ahead and play your movie, Myndflame? Have you got any last shout-outs or crazy voices you want to do?
Well, if you're offended easily, Theory of a Death Knight it's got a suicide watch number at the bottom. I hope it doesn't come down to that, but it is definitely offensive. So be prepared. I'm sure your audience has heard worse, but
all right.
This is the first video that we've ever used controversial or vulgar language in. So.
Okay, and before we let you go, because I don't think we're going to be able to keep you on while we play your movie, unfortunately, but make sure you check it out tomorrow. Any kind of shout-outs, any props to anybody?
Well, everybody that's a part of our community, any of the guys that have worked so hard, like newcomers that I didn't know about that are young, like Erdine and X-Cross, they've contributed a lot of stuff to the site, and you just get to watch them grow. And it's amazing to see, the work improve as much as it has. And I just, encourage everybody that wants to get some exposure. I will help you. If you make good movies, then come to our website, because
you're like the pimp.
I promote everybody.
The pimp of machinima. And are we going to be able to see you at BlizzCon? Are we going to expecting to see you there? Because a lot of people will be wanting to turn up, and you were there the last 2 years. I'm going to hopefully be there this year. Are we going to be able to meet Myndflame?
Yes, indeed. I will find my way there. I've already booked a hotel. I just haven't gotten tickets yet, so I am trying to do that now. Whether we'll do anything special or not, I'm not sure, but we do have a trailer for A Legal Danish 3, which is a frame-by-frame parody of StarCraft II, the original StarCraft II cinematic, redone inside of World of Warcraft. And we showed this to a very small group of people at Stanford University, and it resulted in some people from CBS and the syndicator for the New York Times to come up and say, hey, you know, you need to let us know when this comes out. So we're really excited to finish that up. And whether or not we'll hold that till BlizzCon or whether we'll release it next month, I don't know. But hopefully the sooner the better. Amazing.
So before we let you go, can you introduce the theory of a Death Knight in all your Myndflame awesomeness?
Let's see. What you need to do is watch Theory of a Death Knight because it's freaking awesome.
See ya.
That's all I got to say about that.
Perfect.
See you, man.
Enjoy the movie, guys.
Will do.
Bye.
Bye. All right.
Here we go. Let's take it away.
You should kill yourself. 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 Kill yourself. Rachel blood, 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 Rachel blood.
Okay, guys, we gotta stop for a second here. I mean, really, let's talk about this.
What the fuck?
You're thinking about killing yourself in razor blades.
What do you expect me to do? Sing about trees and rainbows?
Look, man, you said when I joined the band that we could do some of my songs, and we never do any of my songs. I don't see why it's a big deal.
That's because they suck!
Well, that's not a very nice way of putting it. I've been writing songs for a long time now, and I don't see why everything has to be so freaking violent.
Well, if you're gonna be a little bitch about it, let me see one of your songs.
Well, it's about freaking time. I mean, seriously, guys, if you want to add a little, like, flavor to it, that's totally cool, but let's try it out.
Whatever, let's just do it.
I lost my cat mitten. Where'd you go, mitten?
Screw this! Kill the run! 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 You said you wanted flavor! Well, I gave it flavor!
Look, this whole thing is over. I want you out of my studio right now. Now what the hell did you do that for? You done pissed them off. This is a petting zoo. You put the trash in the basket, not the raccoons.
What the fuck?
You bring the feed to the cows. You can't bring the cows to the feed.
Just shut up! I know what I'm doing! Now move it, cows! Eat your feed! Eat it! Eat it! What the fuck?
So that was one of the craziest films I've seen out of all of the stuff Myndflame's done.
Yeah, I actually for some reason just I couldn't stop laughing when I went, you know, the really nice guy came on.
Yeah.
And they just like more and more rainbows and little animals kept coming out. Yeah, crazy. Absolutely awesome though. Make sure you check out his and everyone else's kind of machinima work over on myndflame.com. And certainly maybe if you like the feature or you just like a bit more machinima in your life, tell us in the comments and we'll see what we can do for you next week. So